Hey, what's up? We got Max Minelli in the building today. What's up, bro?
What's good with it, my brother?
Nothing much, man.
Cooling.
A legend in the game, man. I gotta give you your props.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That love, man.
When it comes to Baton Rouge, you are definitely one of the people who put the city on.
Sir, yes, sir.
So I don't wanna miss that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And I don't want to get lost in the sauce because you recently dropped one of the best documentaries I've seen independently in a long time.
Right, I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Could you start off by telling us a little bit about the documentary?
Documentary called Diamonds in the Dirt. It's out now on Tubi, Amazon Prime Video, Apple TV, all the platforms. It's about the history of Baton Rouge rap, like the beginning. You know what I'm saying? The start of Baton Rouge rap. And like I just feel like, our city, we got some of the biggest artists in the world right now, and with that history don't get told like it should. So my thing, like since day one, bro, I want to put on for BR. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to carry this on my back. So
you definitely did that. I'll say that, man. I gotta give you props, man.
I appreciate that.
As a video editor, somebody who does this, you definitely put it on, man.
Yeah, I mean, now everything I do gotta be of a quality, or I don't want with it.
Exactly. I'm the same way, bro. I'm the same way. Now, I want to ask you a little bit, man. Some of this is in the documentary. Well, what about your early days growing up in Baton Rouge? To talk about.
I mean, okay, like when I was real young, I lived in a country town called Urbanville. It's like across the river from Baton Rouge. Like it's like 15 minutes, but it's a country town. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So. All right, like let me spin it back. All right, so I was born in New Orleans, right?
Okay.
I lived in New Orleans till I was like maybe 8 or 9. My pops had moved to California. I went stay with him for like 3 years. Then when I came back to Louisiana, I moved to the Urbanville, the country town I was talking about. So it was like, that was slow motion. But I'm like back and forth to BR, like all my people live out there. So I'm back and forth, and then when I got to like 13, 14, that's when I really started just being in BR like all the time. So I mean during them times it was like we was raised by the wolves. You know what I'm saying? Like
I bet.
Yeah, it was like but back then it was like it wasn't OGs and shit used to like try to guide you the right way and try to keep you out of the bush. If they see you got a talent or a gift or some shit like that, they trying to keep you away from all the dumb shit, so you can focus on your your thing. So that's kind of like how it was, like all this chaos going on around us, but we was just tunnel vision on this rap.
So you're saying that, during your time coming up, which was a different time,
right?
Well, it was still close to what's going on right now. You could still relate to these cats. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was, but it was a little more like morals and it was more of a code to the back then than it is now. Like they don't have no code or no, nothing now. They don't respect nothing. These youngsters, they just, on some wild cowboys, bro. But yeah, it definitely was. I mean, it was, it was the jungle back then too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It always been the jungle, bro. So yeah, that's how it was. Those cool though. Like,
now, when did you start saying, I got these older heads looking out for me, and they want me to do better? When did you say, man, you got with your partner and eventually say, you know what, we're gonna take this rap thing seriously?
We was rapping when we was kids, bro. Like we started, we had that dream when we was, 10, 11, like I wrote my first rap when I was 10.
Wow.
So ever since then, like it been, like I said, I moved around a lot. I ended up back in Louisiana. I met my partner Jay Vaughn. We formed a little group called Laylo. We used to be in school rapping and just all that kind of stuff. So it was like, when things started kind of shifting, eventually I met Bleed, and Bleed took us to Loch, and Loch was doing his thing, and that's kind of like how all just came together, and you know what I'm saying?
And I'm glad you segued into that, because I was going to ask, man, about how you and your partner made the group Laylo. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because essentially Laylo ended up being a part of the camp.
Right.
And then the camp was underneath C-Loc.
Right.
And I just wanted to wonder, man, how did C-Loc find you guys? Like, what happened?
Okay, Bleed, like, Cam was kind of like a Wu-Tang Clan type of thing. It was like a big crew, but it had different, you know, inside the, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Inside that big crew. So in that group, it was me and Vaughn was a group, Lay Low. You had Young Bleed, you had C-Loc, you had Lee Time, Boo I Seen It, you know, just a few artists came through it at certain points, Growl Nitty and, you know, Dollar and, you know, just certain people like that. But the main ones was, you know, Loc, Bleed, Lay Low, Boo I Seen It, Lee Time, and Happy Perez was our producer, of course, you know what I'm saying?
Now, you show a lot of love to C-Loc in your documentary.
Yeah.
And it's obvious that you had a good relationship with him all throughout your career. I mean, he was a presence in most of your albums independently and when you signed your major deal.
Yeah.
So do you think that C-Loc's advancement in Baton Rouge rap is what really took it over the plateau?
No doubt. He, like, the shit that we did, bro, and I'm, you know, Loc, as far as like on the business side and running the label side, and Bleed kind of together, you know, is what took this to where it eventually is now. Like, to me, Loc always is he like the bridge from what it used to be to what it is now, because like all that we did, we set the tone for what still do to this day. You know what I'm saying?
I got that.
You know, all that shit, it kind of all spin off from what we was doing. And, you know, if you look at Loc, like, everything that kind of, you know, was big, maybe besides like Kevin Gates and, you know, Youngboy now, but back then it was kind of like, it was like a branch off Loc tree.
I think you did a really good job in the documentary of showing the branches to Kevin Gates,
right,
and to the NBA Youngboy, and we're gonna get to that later. So you know we can.
I mean, well, you know, Boosie came from us too.
Oh yeah, like footage and everything. I've seen that. But with Young Bleed, was that the first time that you feel like, yo, we out here like our type of music, like actually coming with some gangster rap is out here for the national?
Yeah, because Bleed was like you know, he was. I call him our sensei, like he was like Master Splinter and me and Vaughn was like Ninja Turtles, you know what I'm saying? But Bleed was you know, he was just so raw, you know, he was like, you ain't never heard a nigga sound like that, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, like, so it was like, you know, coming up under him, you know, he was like my big brother in this rap, like, coming up under him is like, man, you had to come with it, you had to be on that level, cause he on that level, you know what I'm saying? So,
and Young Bleed, you made a good point. His sound is so different, man.
Right.
And collectively, you all had a different sound to you, man.
Yeah.